Time to see what the headlines are saying this morning. Please note these headlines are only read as published and have got nothing to do with Nigeria info. So ensure that in your reactions you have all the details, you've read the body of the headlines, and you can speak to the facts. We're going to go through the Punch, This Day, the Vanguard, Daily Trust, and the Guardian.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Let's get started with the Punch right here. Dangote versus New Peng. Union insists on strike, meets federal government, others today. Accountant General plans to preempt Supreme Court, set to pay Osun local government funds. The court sacked APC chairman, councillors. Nilge cries out. That is the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees. Lending rates may fall as inflation eases, according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. Natasha to resume Senate after London trip. Lawyer. Naira strengthens to 1,514 to the dollar, nears 5-month high. Insecurity. Northern Forum demands service chiefs removal. Police link 5 bodies found on Lagos riverbank to cult violence. Rhodes Vivers defection to ADC hasty. Labour Party. Jibrin announces defection from NNPP after expulsion. Let's move on now to This Day. Nigeria's FX market records $2.80 billion inflow amid strong domestic support. Nigerian army crushes terrorists, arrests 7 alleged criminals, recovers weapons nationwide. Jagba, Nigeria's malnourished children battling for breath in strained wards. Experts call for bankable projects to unlock Africa's $70 billion infrastructure gap. At 29.31%, maximum lending rate drops 1-year low amid stable monetary fee. Expert warns against catastrophe in power market as Senate amends Electricity Act 2023, 2 years after. Malnutrition. UNICEF stresses need for states' urgent, sustained investment in child nutrition survival. Tinubu rejoices with Shatima, others on emergence as fellows of Nigerian Economic Society. All these and more on this day. Let's move on now to the Vanguard. Dangote New Peng face off, federal government moves to avert nationwide strike. UN, Atiku, Obi, Undume rage over killing of 63 in Borno, demand probe. Profit taking persists as investors lose 833 billion naira in 4 days. Ekiti moves 65-year retirement age for teachers. Adeleke to Ife, PDP stakeholders. Opposition trying to divide you. hardship. Shoppers battle supermarket attendants over billing scams. Falana backs Dumpeng strike, urges federal government to call Dangote to order. Insecurity. Northern leaders demand sack of security chiefs, cabinet overhaul. Edo kidnapping goes violent, 9 dead. Moving on now to the Daily Trust. Schools resume amid biting economy. Gunmen kill 23 in Katsina, Kaduna, Plateau, Kwara, Niger. How Boko Haram killed 63 in Borno, according to survivors. Workers to federal government, 70,000 naira minimum wage insufficient. Fuel scarcity looms as tanker drivers begin strike today. Federal government threatens X over anti-Tinubu post. Sorore vows resistance. All this and more on Daily Trust. The final stop this morning is The Guardian. Mayhem as thugs invade rally for Obi Road Survivor in Lagos. APC slams Tambuwal over claim of consensus against Tinubu. National Grid faces 5.6 trillion naira revenue loss as premium customers exit. Shorore, CSOs push back as DSS asks X to delete anti-Tinubu tweet. Customs exempt $300 parcels from tax as cargo owners decry duty payment disruption. Army neutralizes 4 terrorists, arrests 64 suspects in nationwide operations. Parents groan as schools resume. Insecurity. Northern leaders demand state of emergency, sack of service chiefs. Prominent Nigerians push for electoral reforms ahead of 2027 polls. All these and more on the front page of The Guardian. Time to get to your reactions. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go on there right now to watch the show live and be part of the conversation. You can also send a voice note or a WhatsApp message to these number 080-9993-0137. On X, it's Nigeria Info ABJ. When we come back, the phone lines will be open. Let's go on this break. Good morning.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Audio.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
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 This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. We'll get to the phone lines right now. And these are numbers for you to call: 0700 951 0000, 08095 974869. You can also call 08099930137. You have limited time to share your thoughts, so please, once you get through on the phone lines, move away from your device, give your name, your location, and go straight to sharing your thoughts. I'll prompt you once, and when it's time, I have to let you go to give room for others to also get a chance to call in and share their thoughts. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning to Biki Itodo, Agaba, the one and only.
Welcome, sir. Good morning. Please go ahead.
My name is Salasi. I'm making this call right now from Garki.
Welcome.
I want to talk about this fuel, the tanker, the feud between the Dangote, federal government, and the union. They shouldn't allow this strike. Though I know this government won't allow that because they know they were in opposition. They know what strike costs. I know they won't allow that to happen. You know, people are buying fuel at the high price, and they are talking of and going for another strike again. Even the CNG that they promised, CNG, you see a lot of queue for the people that converted their vehicle to CNG. So we are urging the government not to allow this strike to go on, because Nigeria won't take it lightly with them. Then come to the issue of insecurity. The northern elders are telling the president to sack the service chief and to reshuffle their cabinet. They don't have. They are not the one to tell him. During the time of Buhari, when they were killing people, even when the time of the service chief expired, the Buhari didn't even remove them. He allowed them. But we shouldn't bring politics into security, into politics in security. Security is everyone concerned. They should do the info and protect us. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome.
Oh, good morning.
Your device is on. Please move away from it so I can hear you clearly. Good morning.
This is Charles speaking.
Welcome, Charles. Please go ahead.
The banter between the Shawore Twitter account and DSS.
Yes.
Is DSS working hard to secure Nigeria against the foreign interests and invaders that are killing people from their ancestral home and displacing them in Kwara communities, in Benue, in Plateau, in Niger, in Katsina, or they are busy looking for who to ban on Twitter? From all indication, I think the government of Nigeria, there is a foreign interest that is pushing the government to neglect the security of their citizens and eventually hand over the country to them. That's what I think. And secondly, there is a pressure on parents as school resume.
Mm-hmm.
People should be careful because one of my neighbors, they say they buy point and kill fish all the time since holidays. I don't see them more than 5 times. Make they no come knock door, say school fees no day. Since holidays there, some people they catch cruise, they don't know say school fees they reach you.
All right. Yes. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Itodo.
Yes, welcome, sir.
Thank you. I agree to all listeners.
Go ahead, Okwi.
Water elders call for sack of seven sheep. I think that would have started calling when the time of Buhari, when Buratai, I never forgot. Yes, Buratai and I think the issue of this insecurity. Issue of this insecurity. It was come. I want to come out. During the time of Jonathan, many things happen. When they are doing all what they can do to make sure that they manage Jonathan. Now they are living Jonathan. What is happening? Insecurity increase. Please, Itodo said that about how we got on cases and hello?
I didn't. What did you say? Repeat yourself again.
Hello?
Repeat yourself. What did you say?
No, I said, book on cases in am I right?
Yes, that's about 63 is what the report has.
Right.
Yes.
So unfortunate. See how Nigerians are so unfortunate. One thing that happened to this country is APC, 2015. When they are kicked out Jonathan in National,
All right.
thinking that they will enjoy.
All right.
Have that every day by day.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. 6:33 right here. Let's run through some of your live feed messages right here. We are streaming on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Dr. Mrs. Umar Libera says, sir, that we are now living in a society where morality has fallen to its lowest ebbs. Chinua Achebe did not see much to say that things have fallen apart and we are no longer at ease. The situation has a reason where parents cannot muster the courage to call their words to other. Where do we go from here? Let us go back to the old-time religion of imbibing and teaching the Bible and the holy books regarding good living. Our churches, our religious centers, more than ever should rise to the occasion of winning souls for God. Let us go back to our tradition and value system. And parents be parents indeed by giving real training to their children. Then and only then shall we have a reformed society. Good morning, Nico Ima, Abel Emmanuel. Maxen Friday Olatubosun. Eddie Basso says, I remain one of the unrepentant, silent listener, according to Comrade Selassie. My regards to Babaka from Guags and Mrs. Ameza Mbwari, who never stop calling. One love is how he ends his thoughts. Johanna Baka, James Ocha, thank you for joining. Numeric Aha. That's an interesting name. Never heard before. Let's go on to what you're saying on YouTube. Anthony Emenogu, thank you for being a part of the conversation this morning. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. We'll go on now to the WhatsApp platform to take some of your voice notes at this time. Please keep it short and straight to the point so we can take as many as possible. Don't forget to move away from your listening device once you start recording. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. This is Chukwu, the listening from Southeast Abia State. Northern Forum demand a change of service chiefs because of insecurity. Yes, I support them. That's how it's supposed to be since. If you bring somebody as a chief security, and every bad things they happen every day, attack every day, this and that, the next thing for you to do is to change the person and bring the one that will be serious on his work. So if you ask me from A to Z, right from IG or police, all of them, change all of them so that other people that will come, they will be serious in their...
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. Mr. Pius from Maitama. Please educate me. Why are some Nigerian industrialists, why are they trying to stifle Nigerian labor laws? If this Dangote and Nupeng face off, it is only in this era that all these industrialists, Dangote like Dangote, they can try it. During the time of Ipai Imodu, that group can never try it. So you understand? And if you check very well, maybe there are Indians, Arabs, and Chinese involved in the management of that group.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. My name is Mwazu John Lasisi from Jigo Buari, Abuja. Deacon, you don't hear my voice for so long, and nobody has of me. Too bad. And quickly, Natasha to resume at the National Assembly. Has she been cleared? What is the procedure for her resumption? Has her case with Apabio and the Senate been settled?
Good morning, Sir Itodo. My name is Sabila. Sending this voice on from Central area. I think a headline says prominent Nigerian push for electoral reforms ahead of 2027 election. I think that is the way forward. Because if there is not going to be an electoral reforms, we are going to keep on getting the same results. Because the APC have, made roots in every sector of the government setting. So without the electoral reforms, I don't see the APC being out of power. Because the way the APC is going, it's only God that will help us. That is my take this morning. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. When you do the same thing over and over again and expect change, what difference would you bring or make if that were to be the only option you tried out? The calls from various quarters to ensure that the government takes different steps or different directions to bring about the change that Nigeria has been craving for is, on the increase. Many believe that making any changes at this point in time could mean retrogressing or going steps backwards. Do you feel like the calls for the change or reshuffling of the security chiefs, the service chiefs in the country will bring about an improvement to the security state of the country? Or do you feel like, status quo should be maintained, as many have reported that there's been an improvement, even though one end of the country would say that improvement is nothing to write home about, going by the havoc that gets wreaked every other day. Let's go to some of your messages on the WhatsApp platform right here. Good morning. Happy New Week. Thank you, Elder Bosun Inyanya. Killing strikes and economic problems continue without sign of clue. And the president telling those governors that visited him that all things are smooth and the government is not borrowing a dime. That's disinformation. Or has he paid China and Brazil off? We are in so much trouble, is what you say. Well, what he referenced was the fact that there will be no more domestic borrowing, was what he spoke about. We need to get into that conversation to understand what exactly, this means for the loans as well as, the development that these loans are meant to bring sometime soon. And Danjuma Eagle, a.k.a. Baba Reza in Sabon Wuse says, my contribution this morning is on the failure to provide physical security. This is evident in the rise of violent conflicts, particularly the Boko Haram insurgency in the north and the escalating farmer-header conflicts. Insecurity, nothing others demand service chiefs removal. Why not use the same energy to demand the arrest and prosecution of sponsors of terrorists in Nigeria? Nigerian leaders should stop beating about the bush, address insecurity frankly. In fact, we seem to have rulers, not leaders. What goes around comes around. One day, this insecurity will hit the mighty, and then those concerned will sit up, is what Pa Andrew A. Odoimo in Suleja shares. Good morning. Welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Sorry, good morning.
Welcome.
Thank God today's resolution. My name is Mami Z.
Please go ahead.
The voice.
Yes.
So you hear my children school always. They know they hide out. You caught me unaware. They came to ask for something. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I want to appreciate our wives. This Nigerian people, you give us platform to our own little knowledge, advise parents on what to do. And truly, so many people have decided to take their children to public school. But now this is my observation. Is there any way that these public schools will have morning and afternoon sections? Almost all the schools. Why I'm saying that is because of the number of parents that have decided to send children to public school. You understand? Yes. All the public schools, it will help a great deal. See, we know they do competition. Nigeria Info, you have set the record. The last day of the debate, I listened to Good Day Moderator, the chair of the debate. He said, remember, most of these students from Abuja are from public school. And if you remember, I always say that most of this external examination, when you get 300, all A's, forget about people that will talk of malpractice and what have you. Most of them are from public school. I am not there saying private schools are no good, but cut your code according to the available material. Now, I'll conclude by telling you, Otedola set the pace. His daughter got married. You know, I always say that we, the poor ones, are the ones that will go to OK to get all the designers from Tommy and the rest. You wear perfume, everything. You live above your means. Remember, the minimum wage is not clear for those who are working. Then business people is not striving the way it should be. Now, Otedola set the pace. During his daughter wedding, you hear anything? Quietly. And she quickly changed her husband's name. If not me now, say, they know me as Mom Izzy. I don't want to change to Mala Abubakar. Man, I take her easy. I love you. Happy resumption, our children. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Good morning. Welcome. Are you there? Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Deacon. Good morning, Deacon.
Good morning.
Thank you. I'm Itodo Senator Basanjo, calling you all the way from La Pai.
Please go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Please go ahead, sir. Are you there?
Hear me, Deacon?
Okay, you can't seem to hear me, so I'll let you go, give you a chance to call back. Hopefully you can get through in good time. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Master Gentleman Itodo. This is Abakar calling you from Gwagwalada.
Please go ahead.
I get Momizi, I get Obasanjo, I get all the callers and contributors. They are saying they should delete Showeri account for anti-Tinubu comments. What a political intolerance from the ruling party. They have forgotten the kind of treatment they gave to the former president, during his own time, and he never even showed any displeasure. He carry on. He tolerated the APC in all manners of opposition. They meted against him, the President Jonathan. I mean, former President Jonathan. To the extent APC ran a internet radio station, broadcasting in Hausa, saying all sorts of things against President Jonathan. It happened in this country. The kind of political tolerance Jonathan administration demonstrated against APC. They will not allow it at such political space will not be allowed to opposition group. Itodo, if you observe, from about 2 weeks now, there is growing numbers of political attacks. Opposition cannot hold meetings. They will be attacked by talks. And there are a prominent Nigeria saying they should carry out electoral reform. Who will carry the electoral reform? I believe that it is impossible for election to take place. They will carry out talks to disrupt election.
All right.
I don't think 2027 election will take place if care is not taken.
All right.
Thank you. That is my take.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. 6:45 a.m. right here. We're going through the headlines and getting your reactions to them. Going by what Abubakar just mentioned right now. What is the limit to criticizing a president, not just Nigeria, but worldwide? Because we have seen a similar script play out wherein in 2019, the president, 2021, I believe, was something happened where the government imposed a ban on social media after it deleted tweets made by the then president of the country, Muhammadu Buhari, warning a group of people in the country about Nigeria and, lessons that should be learned from 1967. It created a bit of a frenzy, and Twitter was banned for a long time, and there were concerns around it leaving the country as a whole. Certain clauses were put in place, and most of those clauses have not necessarily materialized. But the concern right now is, what is the limit to criticizing and calling to order the government wherein things are not going the way many hoped for? There's always a concern around using certain derogatory words to call a leader to order? Are there better ways? Or that's the only option? Now, for Shoare, X and the DSS, we've seen various court orders, make the rounds, and X responded, reached out to him, hoping that he would, in his own time, take down the specific tweet which was put out there and that has raised concerns. You should read the details of that to see how things are playing out. But it's concerning, and it brings about the question: what's the extent of criticism? Or should once you sign into any office at all, you should be able to take anything that's dished to you? Let's get to more of your reactions. It's 6:47. We've got limited time, so we'll run through abridged versions of some of your voice notes and read your messages on the live stream. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Itodo. How was your weekend and how's your family? This is Ayodele Abayomi sending this voice note from Kubwa. Although I'm a northerner, yes, but I want to tell you for free that I'm not supporting what the northern elders are calling for. Where were they during Buhari when there was insecurity? So serious, both in Maiduguri and all over, and yet they didn't call for the sack of the service chiefs. Why are they calling for the sack of the service chiefs for now? I think these northern elders, they are not helping to unite this country. We should think of how to pray to support the Nigerian army, the police, civil defense, and all of these people.
Good morning, Itodo. My name remains Al-Hassan Tatamedula from Yagondarakar local government state. While all these stories that kill Nigeria, inshallah, God is going to expose them. And I can assure you, if it is another country, all these service chiefs about to resign by themselves, not to sack, I'm showing you anybody that is think is more than Nigeria, Nigeria is more than him. Thank you very much for now. Bye-bye from Nigeria.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo. How's the family? How's the weekend? I greet everybody in this platform. We thank God for the blessing of the rain. Rain has finally come. Femi Falana supports Nupeng strike, urge federal government to call Dangote to order. On what offense? What is the offense of Dangote? The man bought a truck to transport his fuel nationwide free of charge, FOC, and is pulling the price of fuel down. Whether they like it or not, the fuel price is coming down. I don't know why some Nigeria are not feeling happy because things are improving in this country. Yes, price of commodities are coming down. They are feeling sad.
Good morning, Itodo. This is AG Lata calling, recording from Mararaba. The Northern Elders calling for the reshufflement or sacking of service chief. Why is this people bringing politics into this? When Buhari was there, I remember Buratai has been extended his tenure. So why are they bringing politics during this Tinubu regime? Didn't they see that these service chiefs are working harder to see that they crush this Boko Haram? It's just that there is politics even in this insurgency, insecurity in Nigeria. We pray God should help us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. We'll run through some of your live messages right here. It's 6:50 a.m. At 6:55, we need to go on a breather, but at 7 o'clock, it'll be time for the lead. And we'll look at what the opposition is talking about in terms of strategizing and how some moves and actions by this current government is stifling democracy and raising various concerning questions. But good morning, Busari Tahiro Oluwagbotemi Adedira says on Nupeng strike, freedom is not absolute anywhere, hence slavery of some sort cannot be. However, if the so-called slavery is beneficial to the masses, it's an indirect freedom. Hence, the Nupeng termed slavery in oil and gas sector is an indirect freedom and welcome development. Besides, it appears Niger State Governor has... He's on the news, in the headlines today. Why is it coming up? All right. And you go on to state that the World Bank manager and president told us recently that our economy is stable, yet Nigerians living on the biting economy. Who could be truthful and factual? Is what you say. Good morning. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. and Obunike Paul, while the security chief or the chief security officer is preoccupied with frequent travel. Some people gather to bid him farewell, oblivious to the security issues at hand. All right, and Jacob Ode in Mandala says whatever is brewing or whoever is brewing the idea of strike right now should be discouraged by the appropriate authorities to avert further hardship in the country. While Comrade Chris Eziocha in Mandala says Boko Haram on rampage, killing many. What a disheartening news based on the loss of lives. The earlier the right thing is done, the better. Enough of these epileptic reasons and defenses been given by the government. Have a lovely day. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Yes, the president should have fired all service chiefs. I have been saying this for a long time. They are seen to be incompetent and should be dismissed. The killings in Nigeria are horrible. While the president holidays abroad, it's a pity, is what Fitzgerald ends his message with. And John Egbudu in Masaka, Nasarawa State says the same leaders that enjoy free education are making life unbearable for parents. They should continue to destroy the same bridges they once used to cross to where they are currently. But one day, they'll give account of their stewardship to God, is how he ends his thoughts. Let's take a few voice notes as we wrap up this segment. You can catch up on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo. These people no pen. They are enemy of Nigerians. They should allow Dangote to ship his petrol to CTV so that we will have abundantly. This man have come to Nigeria rescue by whereby we now produce fuel, distribute by ourselves. There's nothing like importation again.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Mr. Kingdom. I'm making a voice note from Citygate. Please, electoral reform is not negotiable. It's something that must happen. The government should just know that very, very soon we'll get them by force to do electoral reform, because we cannot go into election again without doing electoral reform. Please, the elders that are calling, they have been there. They didn't do anything. I'm only calling the youth. Those that mean well Nigeria, the people that mean well about Nigeria, they should come out very, very soon so that we can get National Assembly by force. It's not
Nigeria Info,
the hub for information,
current affairs, and more.
The president used his last Democracy Day address to talk about several issues, including security.
It is this same government that they started it. They don't obey court order.
Join the conversation
right here.
Let's talk.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.